All right, so
Unfortunately, I kind of take a hit in perception.
yeah, the next morning has come. A
Good to
couple
go?
days have gone by. You guys are actually now in the middle, basically of the. You're on the tradeway, but you're in the middle, basically, of the Misty Forest. And I'm going to move you guys back. You guys are actually there now. You guys should see the barrel now. You guys are, like I said, on the tradeway. You're a couple days from Daggerford. So, is there any other role playing you guys want to do between one another while you're still traveling a couple more days?
I would like to know if either of the Dragonborn punches Tiberius on the trip.
No, nobody's gonna punch Tiberius.
Punch Buggy Red. Boom. Sends him flying into a tree.
I'm surprised that we didn't have any kind of a big tube about going through Dragonspear.
No, it's an old ruined castle. You guys could possibly come back and possibly check it out later.
Well, everything I see
I
reminds
thought it was
me
a
of...
major town or something.
Sith Gaius, thank you very much for the follow, Sith. No, it's not a town. It's an old castle that's in ruin. It's like I was saying
Okay.
when I was giving everybody the description. You know, several of the towers on the walls are half crumbled. There's I think 4 or 5 towers that are on the walls. Lots of rubble lying around. Several portions, large portions of the wall were down. So the keep was definitely in ruin. So you guys
so
are.
Daggerford is the first major place on our way north.
It's actually Daggerford, and this time, the morning comes. We'll just kind of, you guys. Well, actually, I'll wait for you guys to go ahead and do any other RP over the last couple days. Talking with one another, or whatnot. So I'll wait for you guys are done before I go on to Daggerford and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm okay, Dave. I role played during the break.
Did you?
I was just telling everybody that everything we see reminds me of Misty, especially where we're heading. Oh, it's the Misty Forest. It's the Trollbark Forest.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Oh, it's the Misty Forest. How sad.
So you guys have any questions for Krivgar or for Silverclaw?
I'm back, baby.
There you are.
Well, we've basically watched Silverclaw in weapons practice in the morning, and he appears to be back in good shape.
A little
He only
rusty.
rolled 4 ones.
Yeah, he's a little rusty, but he's getting there. He's almost fully
But not
recovered
bad.
from the
He's-
resurrection.
His skills are high.
Yeah, you saw that I can play the stringed instrument quite well for somebody who was
Yes.
resurrected not that long ago.
Nitro 2059.
We've noticed the
Thanks for the
Krivgar
follow,
came back.
Nitro. Welcome to the community, Nitro.
The attitude and a half. They must have resurrected his attitude twice. Really being up front with what he likes and dislikes nowadays.
Maybe he was resurrected with part of Silverclaw. Accidentally somehow.
Or hell,
Well,
we'll
you
do
look
that
a
to
little hotter
somebody.
than you used to. I'm not sure what sharing your grave will do.
Well, you never
Maybe
know.
with something in the shared resurrection process.
The old comeliness.
Comeliness.
Or maybe Silverclaw and Krivgar were fighting as ghosts before the resurrection.
So you guys get a little bit more acquainted with one another over the next couple days. Yep. Wagon stops. You've got 4 days from. Well, actually, you're about 3 days from Daggerford. So you've been traveling, 3 days since you've, been reunited with your old dead companions. It's like I said, you literally saw the dead, Zelos, like you saw a ghost. So, as you guys are starting to pack up the wagon from the 3rd day after the reunion, there's some commotion off on the eastern side of the caravan. And it's basically, this commotion is quite strange. You can see a herd of deer off on the edge of the forest. And one of the travelers starts shouting, "Oh, this one will fetch a ton of money!" I mean, this is a beautiful large elk. And
Dave, you cut out, I think.
hello, can you guys hear me? I shouldn't have cut out.
I can still hear you.
Thanks, Hiller.
Maybe it's worm food. His connection, maybe. So, like I said, in the morning, a crowd starts to gather on the eastern side of the caravan. And on the forest line of the Misty Forest, you see quite a large herd of deer. You know, and as everybody in the caravan start to gather, you know, they're talking about, oh, let's get some for food and whatnot. We'll have a great dinner tonight. So all of the deer start to scatter. Well, a large portion of them, they start to scatter back into the woods. Well, there's one that a couple of the other, you know, you can see people starting to get bows and stuff off of their wagons. And one of these is a magnificent, beautiful stag. And its fur is glittering in gold. And it looks like the antlers are plated with platinum. Now, as everybody sees this massive elk, the stag, now a lot of the hunters are starting to grab their bows off of the bow, like I had mentioned. And they're starting to go into the forest. So what do you guys want to do? You guys want to join this hunt?
I'd actually want to protect the elk as a druid wood elf.
That would possibly be a good idea. Give me a, I would say, give me a nature check, for you, Kensa.
Okay. Oh, there we go. 6.
Fantastic.
It's a beautiful stag, Kensa, and you can see that the other hunters and as the stag, you know, it was crouched over and, you know, eating whatnot out in the fields. This thing stands up. You know, it has actually detected the other sounds of the caravan. This thing stands up. This thing is like nearly twice as tall as all of the other deer in the herd. So now all of the deer are like just scattering into the woods, and this elk, this large elk, just looks back, but is the last one. Sort of like, you notice, maybe it's kind of looking over the other ones, and it goes into the forest as well. And this is the Misty Forest. So what do you guys think?
I'll start preaching about don't hurt this magnificent elk, blah blah blah, like, you know, druid stuff.
Oh, these jackballs, you know, several of the cultist guards, several of the other families, they've got their bows. They're already running across the field. Looks like they're starting to enter the Misty Forest. And about the same area
Hey, we
where
better follow
the big elk went
I'd
into
like
the
to do
forest.
I'd like to do a history check to find out if I know any